oh my God, not again, not twice, in 2 days. Oh God, I so want this to be fake. Please, I want this to be wrong. I need someone, anyone, to come out and say, no, this document is not real. But here we are. An alleged internal ICE document is circulating that claims constitutional constraints can be bypassed during enforcement operations. And before anyone jumps in to tell me I'm overreacting, yes, I've already seen the defenses. It's been taken out of context. It's legal theory, not policy. This is not the 1930s. This isn't black shirts. That's the problem. That's the exact sentence. This is not the same. Has been used every single time. It absolutely was. The document was reported. Doesn't say the Constitution doesn't exist. That would be too obvious. Instead, it suggests that constitutional protections, you, me, everyone else, can be set aside under certain enforcement conditions. Those being without a judge, just simply saying, I want to do this. Temporarily, selectively, or for reasons we were told are urgent. And that's how this always starts. Not with tanks, not with uniforms, but with paperwork. That is a big word. I hate that word. Authoritarianism doesn't announce itself as tyranny. It introduces itself as efficiency, as necessity, as a regrettable but required step because the system is being abused, quote unquote. And really, who the people in charge are the one abusing it the most, trying to stop that. And once an agency decides constitutional limits are optional, yes, that's what this memo says, the argument isn't about immigration anymore, it's about power. ICE defenders will say this is about border enforcement. How is Minneapolis a border enforcement? Terrorizing people in the street. Sorry, my bad. Critics will say it's about civil rights. But the real issue is similar but more dangerous. Who decides when the Constitution applies? Because the moment the answer becomes the agency itself, the rule of law has already gone. And let me be clear. I'm not saying ICE agents are fascists. I'm not saying this is 1933. History doesn't repeat itself that cleanly. What it does, in rhyme. In 1930, governments didn't abolish constitutions overnight. They reinterpreted them, suspended them, claimed emergencies, claimed exemptions, claimed that this time was different. And every time someone raised concerns, they were told to calm down. You're being too hysterical. You're comparing things that aren't the same. You're undermining trust. Well, I thought them betraying our trust was the undermining of it, but okay. But trust is earned through transparency. And leaks happen when transparency dies. In this document, if this document is fake, it needs to be publicly debunked. If it is real, it needs congressional investigation immediately. Not spin, not press statements, not you don't understand enforcement, because here's the line we do not cross in democracy. No agency gets to decide it outranks the Constitution. Not ICE, not DHS, not anyone. And if your response to this statement is, well, actually, you're already standing on the wrong side of history. I hope this isn't true. I want this not to be true. But if it is, this is an alarm. Isn't premature. It is overdue. And remember, Scott for 2028.